Okay. So you and just give me a piece on you and folks, but you and Ryan, two of the more in general defensemen are pretty unsung for what they do. Defensive defensemen. How did you when did you start playing defense? Like when did you in youth hockey did you know you were going to be a defenseman?
I've been a defenseman my whole career. I started out when I was pretty young. My dad was a coach, and I guess that's where he put me in. His reasoning was I was one of the better skaters. I don't know if that's true anymore, but he put me back there, and I've just kind of played there ever since. I had a couple games here and there at forward, but I've been a D-man for most of my career.
Now, in your 4 years here, Union's had pretty good defenses every year. And also, I don't know if this is a coincidence, but the captain of the team in each of your 4 years here has been a defenseman. Do you think that's a coincidence or just
I think the team's a pretty defensive-minded team, which is why the team's had that good defensive stats throughout the years. I think that's one of the focal points that we focus on. And for the captain being a defenseman, I think it's just coincidence that it happened that way. We've had good leaders on this team throughout my 4 years here, and it just happened that the captain was a D-man all. I think every captain I've had here has been pretty good, so I think it's more of a coincidence than anything.
And Union's had top 10 defenses each of your 4 years here, scoring defenses. And, the philosophy, I think, has pretty much stayed the same. You've had Rick's been the constant, but you've had different personnel. Has each year kind of had a different feel to it with kind of different skill sets when you look back on each one?
Yeah, I think each year is obviously different. I know our freshman year we probably had more defensive D-men than offensive D-men, and I give a lot of credit to the recruiters for my next 3 years because it's been a pretty basic three offense, three defensive D-men that are matched together, and that seems to balance out quite well.
Your class still has a chance to become the winningest class in school history. Obviously, you guys probably don't think about that at all in the middle of the season, but when you look at your class and how talented your class is, you have two guys that left early, and you have a number of guys that have individual records. Is that something that kind of sticks out, that your class came in and accomplished quite a bit here at Union?
I think a lot of it has to do with the foundation that was built before us. If this class when it came in, if it wasn't for the foundation, the success that had happened before we got here, and I guess that plays a lot into it, getting those players like we did. So you got to give a lot of credit to what happened before we got here.
And obviously Saturday night, senior night, it's one of those things that you probably don't think about until Saturday rolls around. But is it kind of hard to believe that it's senior night and now it's your turn to go through the motions here?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to believe. I can still remember my freshman year sitting out there watching those seniors go on. And then every year following that, not even thinking about it when our time was coming, but it does come quick, and I guess it's going to happen, so we got to be ready for it.